What is going on, guys? It's Kevin here with ModMyMods, and it is a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Well, it's not really beautiful out. It's actually pretty much Battleship Gray, and it's going to be that way all the way until, well, pretty much May 1st. So, but I appreciate you being here and joining us for the ModMyMods news update. Today we will talk about some random things here and there, some fun things that I found on the internet, a couple announcements, gaming news, and a couple mods that I found. We might laugh and we might cry a little. So I think we're in for a pretty fun show this afternoon. But I figured what we would do as what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks is why don't we fly somewhere, right? Your Captain BIGKevin here from the flight deck. Looks like we're going to be leaving out of Greater Rochester International Airport again, and we'll see where we get to. So, without further ado, into this plane, shall we? All right, so today we will be flying the United liveries today because we're doing a quick local flight. I would say local because it's not very long at all, but we'll be leaving out of Greater Rochester International Airport, headed on down to Cleveland. Cleveland is a pretty cool little city. Ohio is relatively flat. However, Cleveland is kind of cool to go visit sometimes. So I figured that's what we would do. What is the status of the high flow next? I'm guessing you're talking about the Aqua Computer Next, the high flow. Honestly, we don't have an update just yet. We did place the order for Aqua Computer stuff. That is supposed to be coming in the next 2 weeks, theoretically. It was supposed to get shipped last week. It never did, and I'm not entirely sure why. We're supposed to hear back, hopefully, from them later today, if not tomorrow. But we'll keep you posted on the status of that. If you have anything, specific that you're looking for, please let me know. I would be happy to help you out in any way, shape, or form. So, without further ado, let's hop in this plane here. Let's get this guy started up. That way we can get up into the air and we can talk about other things that are a little bit more fun than just sitting here watching me flip some switches, right? So, what we're going to do is, now that the external power is on, we're going to turn on the APU generator and get that started up here. It is relatively cold today, so I'm going to keep the anti-ice on throughout the flight just to be safe. I am going to now turn off external power, turn the batteries on. As you can hear, maybe you can't hear it. I can hear it in here. Maybe I just need to turn up the sound a little bit for you. There it is. You can start to hear the whir of the APU starting up here, which is the auxiliary power unit. And now that that is up and running and you can hear it now spooling up, we're going to go ahead and contact Rochester to get IFR clearance to Cleveland.
Rochester approach, United 9er 1 IFR to Cleveland, ready to copy.
United 9er 1 is cleared to Cleveland Airport as fine.
All right.
Climb
Squawk 5332. All right.
United 9er 1 cleared to Cleveland Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure is 125.875 squawk 5332.
Let's check this.
Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
United 9er 1 readback is correct.
Okay, looks good. Okay, looks good. Looks like we're in relatively good setup here. We're going to now ask for the push cart to come and push this big old behemoth back here. And we're going to be taking off of runway 22, which is right over here. So this should be a relatively short pushback, but as they are pushing us back here, now that we're relatively close to being connected, disengage the parking brake. Parking brake is now off. We're going to turn the engines to start. Actually, before we do that, should probably turn on all of the pumps. Okay. All of the pumps are now on. And that is in start. We're going to engage both engine 1 and 2. Typically, if you're an actual real airline pilot, you're supposed to start one engine first and then the next engine. However, I'm all about efficiency. Let's get there, you know? So, Captain, thanks for joining us. Not Nancy. We are headed down to Cleveland today. Relatively short flight. And we'll talk about some fun things along the way here. Some fun things that I found and some unfortunate news as well as some fun news. So we'll see what happens. Turn this there. I guess set that to that and set that one to ADR. Alright, and as you can see, both engines are spooling up there. And that's probably far enough. So we'll tell the tug we're all set. That's good. Put the parking brake back on. And now we can switch these engines back to normal. I can see that the PSI and the N2 and the EGTs are correct. So that's good to go. My throttle is set where it's supposed to go. I can go ahead and turn off the APU now. Make sure that the generators are on. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so let's just give it a quick little... Give it a little gas just to, you know. Alright, cool. Sounds like both the engines are doing just fine. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, let's contact traffic and get this show on the road, shall we? We are going to... Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Select runway for takeoff. We're actually going to be taking off runway 22, which is kind of cool. So we're going to announce our taxi.
United 901 tree is taxiing to runway 22.
And maybe if we make it just in time here, I'm actually going to go to the outside view to see if we can see him coming in. That means that he's on his final approach from over here. There he is right there. That's kind of cool. That guy over there, that generic 3946 is actually coming in for a landing right here. So let's get right up to the edge of the runway and we'll watch him land. What do you say? Alright, let's see what we got here. I guess I'll gauge the flaps since we're waiting. Doink. Alright, there he is. Look at that. That's kind of cool. That's actually another player, which is kind of cool. I always enjoy that thoroughly, that there's actually other people flying planes and stuff like that, so pretty cool. Oh, you... I was sitting here waiting for you, man. Alright, I guess we'll see you next time. Missed approach, huh? Alright, well, see you later. We're going to be departing out to the south.
Rochester traffic, United 901 tree taking off runway 22 south departure.
Switch the angle here so I can actually see what the heck we're doing. Let's line this up here on the runway, nice. Alright. And here we go. Who's ready to rip the paint off? I am. Turn that right off. Let's get out of here. Let's go already, shall we? Alright, that looks like V1. And away we are. And gear up. And we'll go flaps 1. And we'll contact Cleveland Center on our way out of here.
Cleveland Center United Niner 1 tree is at 600 feet, climbing 8,000 feet.
No flaps. All right. There we go. Let's go this. There it is. Wait, down goes the stream. I hope not. Really? I thought the stream had been doing okay. I hope not. I hope it's not bad. Travis gotta let me know if the stream is dying, because I didn't know that. That's not always good, you know, obviously. But there we are. We are now climbing for 8,000. Oh, Facebook wigged out. Yeah, Facebook kind of sucks lately. Facebook has also been really, really silly. Especially when you're like trying to do a bunch of things at the same time. It very well could be the internet here too. So all right. Oops. Oh, I'm supposed to maintain 14,000 now. Oopsies. Lately? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Facebook has always had issues. I mean, you know, when they want to harvest all your data, you know, it's hard for them to do all of their calculations and you know, data pulls while you're on it and using it. So all right, we are still steadily climbing. Both had mobile issues. Okay, well, we're steadily climbing here up to 18,000 feet here. I'm going to pull back slightly on the throttle. We're still going to keep going. Climb, baby, climb. There we go. And as you can see, when I zoom out to show the different waypoints along the way here, it's not a very long trip. Not a very long flight at all. So we'll put that up, give that a little bit more gas, more throttle as we continue our climb here. And once we hit 18,000, we'll go ahead and pull back entirely on the throttle here to about 62% has been where I've been sitting lately, which has been nice. I guess I'll go ahead and turn those off. That can go off, and that can go off. All right, we are slowly getting there. Almost there. Alrighty. Yeah. Just go ahead and pull this back here. Somewhere in that range-ish, maybe a little less. Look at that. Not too bad. All right, I'll pull it back just a little bit more. All right, cool. So we are at our cruise altitude. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. We have now reached our cruise altitude for this afternoon's flight, headed on down to Cleveland, Ohio. There's not a whole hell of a lot in Cleveland, Ohio. However, if you're going to see, you know, the Cleveland Indians, they probably still suck like they always have. However, enjoy your flight as we get on down there. You can now go ahead and use any of your electronic devices during the flight here. We look to have a relatively smooth and non-bumpy flight all the way there. Now, when we come in for a landing, it might be a little bit bumpy, a little rocky. It looks like there's a little bit of rain out to the west here from Cleveland, but we'll see where we get to when we get a little bit closer. In the meantime, sit back, relax. And from all of us up here at Flight Tech, appreciate you joining us on United Airlines. I mean, I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Can I have Sprite and peanuts? No, Kevin. No. You're going to have to ask. You're going to have to ask one of the stewardess. The captain can't get out of his chair to come back and serve you, sir. That's okay. Anyways, all right. So let's take a look at some of the fun things that we found in the news. All right. Let's slide this over. We'll go do this. All right, so it is a lovely 46 degrees here in Rochester. We are headed down to Cleveland, which, imagine that, it's 48 degrees, and it looks like it's going to be rain. So on the way down, it might be a little bit bumpy, but again, who cares? It should be fine. Should be fine. So one of the fun things that I saw today on PCMR. Now, let me start off by saying the fires in California is not cool. That's not cool at all. But props to this guy for saving the right thing. Yep. I don't care about anything else. But my PC, you best believe I'm putting it in the back seat first. Yep. This guy is a hero for anybody that's on PCMR. Fantastic. Hilarious. However, again, the brush fires and stuff like that, not cool. Not cool at all. However, that was damn funny. I thought that was a pretty good, laugh to a crappy situation. So that can also be found on the official PCMR, which is on Twitter. They have some good, fun things. Pedro is an awesome person and does a lot of awesome things. So make sure you give him a like, a share, a tweet, a follow. He would appreciate it. 300 feet below. $3018. Okay. 3018. I guess we're gonna just go up a little. I had this happen to me last time too. I definitely have the altimeter set correctly, which is 30.18. But it still says that I'm too low. I'm not at 1800 or 18,000 feet, which is weird. So whatever, I'll just make the autopilot go up an extra 300 feet and we should be fine. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh, you're in trouble. Yeah, I know, right? ATC typically doesn't yell at me, but, sometimes they do. Let's see, what else did I find? Oh, another fun little tidbit that I saw from our good friend Oracle Mods. This lovely janitor has got a great way of getting around, which I thought was pretty damn funny as well. I mean, if maybe you've gotten a few implications with the law and you don't have a license, this is one hell of a way to get around, that's for sure. I don't know how effective it is. That gas and the weed or the leaf blower has gotta cost something, but I don't know. I thought that was relatively funny, especially because of some of the not so great news that's coming up next. Yeah, so those of you who have been anticipating Cyberpunk 2077, like I have, and a lot of other people have, I will just read this quickly. Today we've decided to move the release date of 2077 by 21 days to the new release date of December 10th. Most likely there are many emotions, questions in your head, so first and foremost, please accept our humblest apologies. Your apologies don't count here. Our biggest challenge for us right now is shipping the game on current gen, next gen, and PC all at the same time, which requires us to prepare and test 9 versions of it. Here's all of the different ones. While working from home. Well, there's a very simple solution to this. Don't worry about the console peasants, and how about we work on the PC version? Because I bet you the PC version isn't the frickin' problem. That's my guess. I don't know. Since Cyberpunk 2077 evolved towards almost being a next-gen title somewhere along the way, we need to make sure everything works well and every version runs smoothly. Not going to happen. You're talking about being able to use like 4-5-year-old generation hardware and make it look just as good, if not as good, as the new Xbox Series X or the PS5 or whatever. All right, whatever. We are aware it might seem unrealistic when someone says they need 21 days. When someone says that 21 days can make any difference in such a massive and complex game, but they really do. Some of you might be wondering what these words mean in light of us saying we achieved our Gold Master some time ago, passing certification or going gold, which means the game is ready, can be completed, and has all the content in it. But it doesn't mean we stop working on it and raise the quality bar. Hold on 1 second. Yes, 127.2 for United 913. Okay, let's check them in Cleveland Center. Okay. On the contrary, this is the time where many improvements... Shh. Quiet, it's okay. I gotta switch again? Unbelievable. Pilots really have a lot to do. And by that I mean they change the frequency about every 10 seconds. Those clouds are pretty. Okay, I will. Great, fantastic. All right, let's go back to what I was reading. We feel, let's see, on the contrary, this is the time where many improvements can be, or are being made, which will then be distributed via a day 0 patch. This is the time period we undercalculated. You guys at Cyberpunk undercalculated something? I don't believe it. We feel that we have an amazing game on our hands and are willing to make every decision, even the hardest ones, if it ultimately leads you to getting a video game you'll fall in love with. All right. The hype train already left the station like 2 years ago, dog. You better have something amazing. Otherwise, there are going to be a lot of people that are extremely pissed. I mean, everybody and their mom is waiting for this game, right? So if it doesn't blow our minds like it's supposed to, best believe CD Projekt Red will pretty much never come back from existence. It won't happen. So I really hope that this postponed release is actually going to help you fix things. The problem that I have is that you're fixing it for the console peasants, which I get. But the biggest problem that I have is that at the end there it says for Stadia, which is the Google streaming thing, which we'll get into in a couple minutes here. But like, really? You got to optimize it for that too? Why don't you just release it just like every other video game, right? All right, let's talk about Grand Theft Auto 5 for a second, right? I had Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 4. About a year before it came out for PC. We had to wait a year. So for once, why don't you like turn the tables so that the PC people get it first, and then all of the other people just wait? Why not? Seems like a reasonable thing. Oh boy, now we got to descend and maintain 12,000. Alright, descend and maintain. Let's pull back on the throttle a little bit here. As you can see, we're starting to get relatively close to our destination. Come on. I said descend. This has been real funky lately. just do a 35. Yeah, go. Really weird. All right, anyways, so yes, there has been a delay for Cyberpunk 2077. Imagine that. Again. Okay, so let's look at the track record here. Cyberpunk was announced in May 2012. Now, I hate CNET, but they did spell this out in a timeline here, and I will, I'm going to, kind of go by this for a second. The first teaser was then released in January of 2013. Oh my god, great. In 2019... there was a release set for April 16th. Then there was another delay for September 17th. Then for November 19th. And now, December 10th. Like, come on. We've been waiting for this damn game for so long now. And it's just... it's getting to the point where it's like, I don't even know if it's going to be worth it anymore. I don't even know. G devs are like AMD. They know where the money is on console. Yeah, I know. I get it. I do. I get it. But if you release it on PC, don't you think that people are still going to go buy it anyways? Even if it is on PlayStation? When does the Xbox Series X, whatever, the freaking new one, when does the new one come out? The new one comes out relatively soon, but I don't think it's this month. I don't think it's November either. I think it's in December. And so maybe what they're doing is exactly what Bruce is saying here. Maybe they're literally waiting for the new frickin' consoles to come out so they can drop this game so it can be like oh my god, it's an exclusive. It's like one of the first ones. Just release the damn thing if it's ready. If it's not ready, it better live up to what they're settling here, or what they're saying, because it's unbelievable. And then PC gets a crappy port out of the game. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Speaking of crappy ports and terrible things that people are doing, Ubisoft is launching a subscription service tailored for Luna and Stadia, which is the Amazon live streaming thing, and Stadia, which is the Google streaming thing. That is how you kill PCs right there, just so we're clear. Now, there's no way in hell you're going to have the latency. Woo. I thought I was at 12,000. Oops. Don't actually need the vector. Got it. All right, yeah, we're good. Okay, got it. I'm gonna buy SnowRunner. Okay, so here I will say that SnowRunner is pretty awesome. It is a really, if you like driving any sort of vehicle, it's a lot of fun. Not gonna lie, it's fantastic. We got the ability to drive or to play MudRunner, which was from the Xbox Game Pass, which is through PC, which you can obviously download and have, and it's very much a subscription-based type of thing. However, it just seemed like it wasn't that big of a deal. But this is, come on, Ubisoft. I know you guys are struggling for money. I get it. But, like, now you're going to pair up with Luna and Stadia? Like, come on. Come on, guys. Let's not do that, shall we? Anyways, so on to more fun things that are actually more entertaining than that garbage. This is actually was sent to us by our good friend Jonathan, who's actually in the chat. Thanks again for joining us today. This is from Brain Tech Society. He actually is using some of the ModMyMods dust filter material that's on this awesome front panel that he had custom cut out and then also had it wrapped. It looks really, really good. Really good stuff. I thoroughly like the way that it turned out, especially with the mesh on it. With it being a little bit darker behind it, I think it looks so much better. So, very, very cool. Good work on that, Jonathan. Hats off to you. Well, tip of the hat to you. How about that? Another thing that I saw today was, oh yeah, again from Jonathan here. He ended up getting one of these in-win cases that looks so freaking cool. This is the 902, right? I think it's the 902. It looks unbelievable. I absolutely love the brushed metal look on it. It just, oh my god, looks so cool. So very, very neat computer and case and chassis. 925, that's what it is. Thank you, Jonathan. Very, very cool. This is from Inwin as well, and Jonathan's going to be putting in some really cool hardware that's going to go into this, so I'm excited to see what he does with this particular setup here. It should be pretty sweet when it's all done. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty cool. Another thing that I did see, I'm not really a fan of AIOs, but this one did actually catch my eye because, well, it's white. And they don't have a ton of white AIOs. I think Fractal Design makes one, but that's as far as I know. However, this thermal take one looks pretty dope. Not gonna lie. However, I'm not exactly a fan of AIOs, but this one has the sleeve tubing, which is kind of cool. It is white. I like the white and black contrast that they got going, and I'm pretty sure that those fans actually tie in together with the block that's on there with the pump, and it does RGB obviously, throughout everything, and can be all tied together. So very, very neat stuff coming from Thermaltake. Oh, Deep Cool makes a couple. Okay, all right. I knew I had seen one somewhere. Maybe that's the one that I'm thinking of, but you're absolutely right. Deep Cool does make one as well. Another cool thing that I found on the internets here that I found is that they're doing the Czech and Slovak Games Week. Now they're basically dedicating it to any of the Czech or Slovakian game developers and stuff like that. Basically because of their independence for 102 years. They actually have a pretty amazing sale going on right now. I honestly haven't heard of very many of these games. However, I definitely know of Mafia 2, which is a fantastic game. It's a lot of fun. It has a relatively decent storyline and takes place in New York City back in the, I think it's like the 40s and 50s, I think is when this one is. Honestly, I don't remember because I know I played both of them, but and then DayZ was a good game back in the day, but the standalone has just lost its appeal, and I have too many hours in this. I have over like 1,800 hours in that game, and it's just... it's sad. It's really sad. But hey, if you're looking to play that as well and go loot from, building to building and then try and grab a whole bunch of stuff and then get shot in the face by somebody either A, hacking, or B, sitting there in Chernobyl or in one of the military outposts or whatever, just sitting there, blech. We'll see. However, they do make the American Truck Simulator and the Euro Truck Simulator over in Slovakia, I think is where they make that. But they have a new DLC coming, which is the Colorado, which is actually quite cool. I enjoy doing that. It's a lot of fun. So, Dragon Bomb Z sounds good. Where was that? I didn't even see it. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? I don't know. Again, Mafia is actually good. I thoroughly enjoy that. Factorio is actually a relatively good game as well. So you can actually get a lot of these games on sale, which is pretty neat, and also celebrates their independence. Pretty cool. And apparently they have a couple of free games to play as well. So I found that on the internet, thought that was pretty neat, and thought I would share that with you lovely folks. Let's see here. I was on our website today, going through looking at some of the new products. If I can, where the hell did it go? Special products? No, not special products. Where's the new products? There we go, new products. Let's take a look here. They have, apparently something's broken with our new products page. So I can't show you what I was looking at earlier. That happens. That's awful. However, we do have some of the Aqua Computer stuff that's coming in. Their new tube reses and stuff like that are actually in stock. We have a few here. We have a couple new of the new Aqua Computer stuff that's also coming in direct from them, and we should have that within the end of the week, hopefully, theoretically. Knock on wood, right? Who knows? You know, with shipping and everything like that, lately it's been awful. Okay, 120.775 for United 913. All right, contact Cleveland Center here. Yes, so Travis from Shellback actually posted this image in Discord here. Let me see if I can pull this up for you, because that was damn funny. Let's see. Oops, I gotta talk to... Yep. So, ironically enough, the Elf Cool water block looks just like Johnny 5, which is, I mean, almost identical. So now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. So thank you very much, Travis, for ruining the Elf Cool block for me. I appreciate that. And now I want to build Johnny 5 and put a graphics card up on top of his head. That's wonderful. Thanks. Appreciate that. You'll never unsee it. Sorry, guys. That's just the way that it is. That's just the way it is. All right, so last but not least, I wanted to talk about two of our good friends here. AK Mod TW, which means Taiwan, a good friend of ours that we got the chance to meet when we were at Taiwan, well, when we were in Taiwan for Computex. I think he put together this incredible carbon fiber accents on the build that he just finished here. It's just unbelievable, the amount of detail that went into it. So if you would head on over to his Instagram page and you could take a look at the final build. This is actually what it ended up turning out to be. It looks pretty dope, not gonna lie. It looks incredible. So the fact that he has this much detail, actually no, I'm sorry, this is a separate build that he did. This is the final build of the carbon fiber Z490 build. It's just unbelievable. A lot of the custom work that he was able to put into this to make it look as good as it does. I really enjoy the carbon fiber accents and the way that he was able to tie in the EK stuff. Very, very well done. And as always, you know, dressed to impress, that's for sure. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So hats off to him, tip of the hat to him as well. Give him a like, share, tweet, follow. He would appreciate that, and so would we. Another good friend of ours is actually here in the chat, I'm pretty sure, Mr. Canadian Kevin, who sent me a photo, well, actually sent me the link to his work log for the Cooler Master World Series. And what caught my eye is that he took this Cooler Master case and actually redid the grates and the grills. And it just looks freaking so good. Like, it looks incredible. Very, very cool. Oh. Oh. All right, there it is. Okay, so Good work, Kevin. Mr. Canadian Kevin, love it. He's got all of his posting and his work logs and everything like that going on here. And keep up the good work, man. It looks really, really awesome. I love it. All right. With that being said, we are now getting ready to land these beasts. So let's get on down here. I need to descend to 6,000 feet now.
Going to 120.775 southwest 123.
Need to keep the speed below 240, which means that there's probably a plane either ahead of me or behind me. My guess would be probably ahead. Oh, no, it's anytime that you're underneath the 10,000 feet, you have to be below 250 knots. And that's mostly due to noise pollution, because these, well, obviously the turbines on the airplane aren't quiet by any means, so. All right, so we're gonna slow it down, pull back on the throttle here. We have a nice steady downward angle going here. We're descending at about, well, we were descending at about 20, oops, wrong way. We were descending at about 2,500 feet a minute. But now we're going to go a little bit more than that because, well, they asked us to descend to 6,000 a little while back. So I'm looking here on our waypoints. I'm actually going to look up at the chat here to see when I can expect ILS. Runway 24 left approach, which is at Badur. So that's when I will go ahead and turn on the ILS info display. And hopefully we don't have any issues like I did yesterday. Yesterday I went in, I said, yeah, ILS, lined it up for me, and it did not at all in any way, shape, or form. So it was, what do you got there? Whoa, guys. I got the big boss man himself here. Actually, I'm gonna have him join me here, but he just brought down this pretty incredible box. And typically that yellow slip there means that it's from Gigabyte. So that is an awesome feeling to have, especially when you got yes. Doesn't move very well.
The people?
Yeah. Come on in. I got the big boss man himself.
On the PC.
Yeah, and see, look.
Where are you, here?
Yeah,
Oh,
well, you're over there.
Hey.
There you go.
I don't come over here.
No, you don't. Not very often. This is Joe, our fearless leader here. Joe G. That's the big boss man himself. So if you ever have a complaint about me, you probably got to talk to him. So.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's nice to have you down here. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I figured, maybe you wanted to show people.
Yeah, you got a knife on you, right?
Real quick. Of course.
All right, well, why don't we open it up? It looks like we're about 20 nautical miles away from our landing, so maybe we can show off a few things real quick. Give Kev a raise, that's what they said.
Whoa. All right, I guess we'll do something.
Yeah.
Now he's a full-time pilot.
Right. I got to get paid for everything. Part-time pilot, full-time modder, right? Like, why did they put so much in there? Ooh, there's some fun things in there. Is that just a regular?
It's a soup, but it's not the.
But it's not the one that we asked for. God, these guys are killing me. Okay, so there's let's see. There you go. 2080 Super, which is not the right card they were supposed to send. But hey, whatever. I'll take it. And then, oh my god. Okay. I can't hold it for much longer. Yeah, that's a 3. Oh god, now I'm smashing stuff. That's a Z390 water force board that we're going to be putting together inside of a. Is that why they sent it? Because they... Goodness gracious. Okay, so here's the lovely 2080 Super, which is fantastic. I mean, it's a fantastic card. I absolutely love it. It has the water block already built into it. Oh, that's... Okay, interesting. All right, well, what are you going to do? All right? What are you going to do?
It's still a really nice card.
It's a really, really nice card, and it's going to work perfectly fine. Whoa. Why... You see this, guys? Yeah, I was slowly going on a downward slope here, and it automatically. That was weird. That was super weird. It like dropped my altitude down to 5,000 or even below. That's not good. Let's go. Let's go back up to where we're supposed to be here. So, yeah, we got a 2080 Super, which has the water block on it. No, don't take the water force out. That thing's way too heavy anyways. But we do have a Z390 board that's going to be going into a new build that we're doing. We have actually 2 builds that are going on, which is pretty cool. Well, a couple builds, more than just 2. So we'll actually be sharing more of that. Yeah. Alright, there it is. So now that we're up to 6,000, okay, yep, sorry. I don't know what happened, but magically the plane started nosediving down for no reason. That you know,
it happens.
Sometimes the autopilot just doesn't want to do that, so.
Kev, we have an idea.
What do you got?
Well, Josh had an idea.
Uh-oh.
So, you know,
Ideas.
My new fancy radio with the airband.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try and figure out a flight that's leaving somewhere that's a short flight, like maybe O'Hare or JFK to Rochester, and have that, and then we can have the radio set on the actual tower and ascent for the same plane that you're doing, like the same travel.
So that sounds like a fantastic idea. And one step even further, through Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can actually click and see what the live traffic is.
Sweet.
So you can actually go in and you can see all of the different planes leaving and going, you know, leaving or departing and arriving and everything like that. And you can actually choose a real flight that's actually going out, which is kind of cool. So I think that's a great idea.
I mean, I don't know if we're going to get signal in this room because it's concrete, but we could still try.
We could try. Why not, you know? Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
As long as people don't mind to hear some in the background.
Well, I mean, they're pretty much already hearing it anyways because all of this comes out. I know you can't hear it because I have the headphones on, but yeah, all of this actually comes out as an audible message, so... And actually, I should have more audible messages here shortly because we're going to be starting our approach to Cleveland. So that's where we are today. While I have Joe here, if anybody has any questions for the fearless leader himself, please feel free to ask. I have him here.
I don't know when the next time I'm coming down here.
It probably will be never. So, you know, you got him right here. He's sitting right next to me. You can ask him whatever. He can read the chat, and he can talk to you if you'd like. If you don't want to talk to him, I get it. I don't really want to talk to him either. That's why I have my room down here.
I mean, I got plenty of work to do.
Yeah, I got plenty of work to do.
Got to put in some product in stock that we got today.
Yeah. Moffat wants to know, where's your favorite fishing spot in town?
Oh, yeah, you saw that picture, huh?
Joe likes to catch fish.
Yeah, that's behind Tops in Panorama Trail.
Yep.
Because it splits and goes up Allen's Creek and then Irondequoit Creek keeps going. So it's pretty nice.
Let's see. Bruce says he absolutely loves ModMyMods. Thank you, Bruce. We appreciate all of the help and the support that you guys give to us. Obviously, you know, we wouldn't be here without you. Daly wants to know, what's their favorite thing about me? It's the beard. That's what it is. Yeah. He's jealous. He can't grow it as big as me.
No.
It's bigger and bushier.
Yeah.
That's all. I heard the Yankees are a good golfer. You know what, Jonathan? Where's your poutine? Huh?
Yeah.
You got some maple sugar for me or something or what?
No, he wants to go watch hockey.
Oh, well, I don't even think he likes hockey. Which
Yeah.
I think is like sacrilege when you're a Canadian, right?
He's French Canadian.
Oh, that's what it is. That's the problem. Now
We miss you. We really want to hop over the border, bud. Let me tell you. You to come see you and Anatoly. I mean, we miss you guys.
Absolutely.
And obviously, if Landry's here, we miss you too.
Absolutely. Yeah, we miss everybody.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait until we can go to a show.
I know. We're dying here. We're dying.
I did get an email from PAX trying to ask questions.
Really?
Like to like exhibitors what they want, because they want to try and move forward with PAX.
Right.
So, but obviously there's still a lot of restrictions in certain areas, so I don't know. They're trying to get prepared.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good sign at least.
Hopefully. Oh, yeah. Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't acknowledge. I just set the autopilot to do it, and I forgot. Sorry. All right. So what we're doing now is Endeavor 5. Somebody missed the approach already. That's funny. All right, so we're going to pull back on the throttle here quite a bit. I'm going to hit the air brakes, actually, because we're going a little bit too fast. I'm 9 miles northeast. Oh, I'm inbound. Don't you worry. We're going to hit flaps 1. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, why is this not... No, approach mode. Man, it is... Alright, give me this. Get off the flight director. Give me autopilot. I'm done with you. Land the damn plane myself. Yeah, seriously. Well, if you look over here, Joe, the dots are where we're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm quite a bit high above the...
That's all right.
Yeah. See, that's...
Yeah.
We're good. We're
You're
good.
just, there's a school right there.
It's fine.
Or whatever. You're just trying to make sure you're not too low. Make sure you're quiet.
Right. Yeah. We're trying to give the school students a little extra.
And the neighbors over here.
Yeah. I heard you. Sorry. All right, here we go. Let's get it on in here. We're gonna slow down even more because we are way too high. We're relatively close in the... Slow down even more. Give it flaps 2. Hit the air brakes because we are still way too high and way too fast. That's okay, though. It's okay. There's one red light. We need 2 red lights. Come on. There we go. There's 2 red lights. Perfect. All right, we'll hit flaps 3, which we're relatively close now. A little bit low. Give it a little bit more gas. Yeah, more gas. There we go. Full flaps. All right, that was a little bumpy, but we'll take it. Because, again, the ILS did not really help me in any way, shape, or form on that landing at all. But what are you going to do? Do
you actually have to, dock it into the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for them to tell me to exit the runway here.
Yo, 127850. I'm pretty sure I've actually might have listened to that.
Probably.
You tell these guys I'm all crazy?
No, I haven't told everybody all crazy.
Yeah, does anybody like radios?
Joe likes radios quite a bit, actually. In case you weren't wondering, he has his own crazy radio antenna on top of his roof that has all sorts of range.
Yeah.
Well, I turned a little sooner than the next taxiway. Alright. Alright, contact ground on 121.7.
Decimal 7 for United 9 or 1 tree.
Alright, ground. Let's go to the gates.
United 9 or 1 tree request taxi to the gate.
United 9 or 1 tree taxi to gate 9 or 0 using taxiway Charlie Foxtrot Echo.
Alright.
Taxiing to gate 9 or 0 via taxiway Charlie Foxtrot Echo United 9 or 1 tree.
There's the Endeavor flight that missed the approach the first time around. I mean, you know, my approach wasn't so great either because I kind of just slammed it onto the ground, but I mean, it worked.
I mean, hey, I've actually had that in Buffalo.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Because it was so snowy.
yeah.
The guy circled around the airport twice, and then he just decided.
Just to slam it down and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point where everybody clapped their hands because we didn't know how we're getting. Let me tell you, it was a nailed it moment for us though on that plane. It was the same thing that Kevin did, pretty much, and we felt the whole plane bounce, and then just kind of slide a little bit, and then bounce,
Yep.
and then
I mean,
slowed down.
you know. We'll go right in here. Sometimes you just got to go for it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I remember when I flew out to Indiana and oops. Okay, I got to hold cuz there's other traffic.
Position United 9 or 1 tree.
Probably those guys right here. These guys over here.
Generic November 1 tree 5 Sierra Hotel pushback request accepted. Cleveland ground generic November 1 tree 5 Sierra Hotel requesting the end of pushback. Generic November 1 tree 5 Sierra Hotel request to end pushback received.
I can move now, right? Thank you.
Continue taxi.
Roger United 9 or 1 tree.
Just let me move my plane.
Yeah, I just want to move the plane. Just want to move the plane.
United 9 or 1 tree position caution other traffic.
Yeah, I see it. It's on the ground. It should.
United 9 or 1 tree continue taxi.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue the taxi. I'm not even stopping.
Roger United
Sorry.
9 or 1 tree.
Cleveland ground generic November 1 tree 5 Sierra Hotel with Charlie ready to taxi IFR. Generic November 1 tree 5
I like how they give you like these goofy like places to go. Like,
I mean, theoretically,
I mean, you
you'd be
wouldn't be
coming
going-
in
yeah,
from a
like,
different angle.
exactly. That's the
Absolutely.
point I'm trying to get at. There'd be
Yeah.
all these planes.
Yeah, and this, well, which I'm gonna run over right now. Don't really care. It's in the way. But theoretically, you would have come down this other side here in order to taxi the plane in.
Oh,
But that's all right. We know where we're going here. So now we're gonna do a hard left, which is kind of cool. And then this is probably the best part of the game right here, which apparently the jetway has already been deployed. But you see this guy down here, he's actually directing the plane. And once you get it centered, there it is. Now, theoretically, the jetway shouldn't be in the way. But the whole point of me showing you this is that you'll actually see the guy put his hands up to stop the plane where it's supposed to. See? And right about there. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, Microsoft needs to fix that.
Yeah, you know, there's certain things that Microsoft's great at, and then there's other things that they're not
Yeah,
great at.
The whole cockpit looks pretty
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But yeah, there it is. We flew from Rochester to Cleveland. It took 44 minutes and 16 seconds in order to get there. But I wanted to show, because Joe was asking about doing an actual flight. Thank God you drive better than you park. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks. I do drive a little bit better than I park.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. All right. All right. So if you go, these are all the airports that are, obviously available. But if you go to, say, let's go to Montreal, right? If you go to live app or airport activity, boom, this will actually do a poll eventually of all of the airplanes that are actually leaving and arriving. So it's actually pulling live information of these various planes. There you go. There's one that's coming from Pearson. Oops. Well, it's probably doing another poll. This isn't exactly very quick, but so let's go Boston, because I know Boston does a hell of a lot of air traffic. There you go. It actually populates the various planes and where they're coming from and where they're going, and these are actual airlines. So if you go and look up American Airlines 1453, it's going to Charlotte, and you can go over to the internet and actually look it up, which is kind of cool.
So yeah, I think maybe we should try and see if next stream that you do, if you're gonna do this, I'll give you my walkie, and
yeah, maybe we'll grab, that short one from Pearson to Montreal would be pretty good. And then I did one from Toronto.
Well, I'm just saying, we do anything coming into Rochester, we'll be able to actually hear the real plane on the walkie-talkie. Unless you're at my house, we'd be able to listen to some of the other ones in flight, but
yeah,
we can actually possibly hear the tower and the arrival.
Yeah, the approach. Yeah, absolutely. So
we won't be able to hear anything else.
But it'd still be kind of cool to actually hear that, though.
Yeah, and you'll be able to hear other planes that are going into that, either around that time or after as well. So I don't know. I just thought it would be take real world and put it in with this.
Put it as an actual thing. Sure. Yeah. Well, to be honest with you guys, that's pretty much all that I have for you today. Again, Joe, thanks for joining me today. If you guys have any complaints, concerns, questions, suggestions, any of that, please send me a message. Send me a message. Send Joe an email. Whatever you'd like. If you want to, try and push for me to get a raise, send him an email. Let him know. I'm sure he'll get to it sometime next never. But I appreciate everybody joining us here. Hopefully you guys had a little bit of an entertaining stream today. Unfortunately, Cyberpunk 2077 isn't coming out in the next month or so, so we get to cry for another month together. Oh well, what are you gonna do? So, well, that'll be it for us today. Have yourself a wonderful rest of the week, and we will see you on Friday. Take it easy.